just don't create images about I am. It's going to be the most profound and wonderfully beautiful recognition and experience for you. We have been overlooking the obvious, searching for things which are only temporary, ephemeral, momentary. Life itself shows that as you become even more established in your natural state, the tendency to be, remembering little details about this and that and what happened this morning, they're going to be vanishing because the consciousness does not need them. It's only the person who needs this wasteful details. And naturally, whatever may have happened yesterday and, at 7 o'clock in the morning, at 11 o'clock, where were you? What was your thought? What was your intimate feeling? You cannot retrieve anything at all. The clouds have gone. Can I ask you, that cloud that you saw that was so beautiful and so on, can you find it again? That thought, that moment that you were, it's gone. Can you retrieve it? Can you stretch back into yesterday and produce a sample of yesterday? It's gone. Like that. Only the impressions that you felt were, this is important, that may have some saved inside a consciousness. And quite frankly, we've saved a lot of junk also. And isn't it fantastic that you don't have to go now and sort all that nonsense? Just by holding on to the sense I am, a purifying is happening spontaneously. Like erasing all that which is not contributing to the truth of you. So don't bother if you see that, yes, this thing, and the mind is running on all these kind of adventures. They're going nowhere. It's nothing at all. It's a waste of time. You end up just full of noise and agitation. You don't have to be. Your real state is peaceful. Peaceful and tiredness is not the same thing. Peaceful and sleepiness, not the same thing. Sometimes it feels very peaceful. And, the voice of the mind will come even through other people. Are you all right, love? Yes. Oh, you sure? Maybe you will get that, especially if you're trying to demonstrate how peaceful you are. But you quietly, you just keep checking in. Amazingly, this is like a mystery, a simple thing. Paying attention to yourself. Not the personal self. Personal self will be its story and what you did yesterday and your diaries, and not that. Your being. It does not have a shape. And maybe the feeling may, where do you start? How can I pay attention to my being? What is it? It is not a thing. Therefore I say, watch that sense, natural, intuitive sense, I am. How? Don't touch any words, don't touch any concepts, don't touch any intention for a moment. Nothing from past or any projection of you. Be entirely empty. If everything could be taken out, everything that you can see, remember, feel, desire, be attached, everything, suppose everything could be swept aside. Yeah? Now it's empty. When there's nothing else to be swept aside. That which is here and cannot be swept aside. That is your I am vibration self. It is not an object. So if I say to you, be one with that, are you confused by this? If you have a very literal kind of mind, you might say, I still need to know what is the first step and things like that. Sometimes people ask, I don't know how to do that. How I pay attention to myself. But how do you pay attention to anything? You can pay attention to other. Can you pay attention to I? It appears like there must be some duality. One thing trying to look at another thing, its own self. How can you pay attention to yourself? Let's not make it complicated. It's far too easy. Be with yourself. Don't pick up any ideas for a moment until you are clear that you are yourself, but not as an idea. Simple. That's it. And that's all you need to do. Everything else is just nonsense, noise. So go right back to the place where I told you, stay as the I am. And everything after that, after this, don't touch that, don't mention that. Don't go with anything there. Stay with the I am. So that whenever you heard me say, stay as the I am, you, from that time until now, should be your state. So many things you do, you went to the shops, you went here, you walked and so on, but all of that is happening in your I amness vibration. If as an example, suppose you caught the flu, and it's you know what that is like. Suppose you're in for 2 weeks, you have flu. You're sick. You have the flu in the body. Still, your life must happen. You send your emails, you make your food, you go for walks, but everything is happening inside your flu state. Does it make sense? Whatever you do, it's inside the flu condition. Same with the I amness. Whatever is happening inside the state of the I am. The I am is not happening, it simply is. And that awareness is a very profound thing to be aware of and to be the experience of that. Then you'll be able to more easily clarify your thinking and to not waste your energy pursuing the wind. You'll be self-aware. An intelligent existence is to be self-aware, more than aware only of other. Everything is sucking your energy into otherness, and of your own self, you're depleted. Stay in the I amness. It is enough to deal with everything else, just like this. Find it. Don't figure it out in your head. Follow what I'm pointing and eat the fruit of it. Before we move to another question, just be where you are. This is not a bodily instruction. and impersonal self-consciousness. And there may be some things you're not sure if they are part of this or apart from this. For any sense of otherness, leave it quietly to be over there. Get used to this. Don't hold any object in mind. There's no need to imagine anything. Don't construct. There are forces acting to disturb your stillness. A thought, a feeling. It might appear that they are here to disturb you, but don't accept that. Just be with your being. You did not create this. You're only discovering. It is far superior to learning things. Because what you learn, you can forget. But what you are, you can never not be. Register your own self. This self that I speak about has no history. It's just a quality of beingness. It is not connected with time. Notice that. It is not engaged with the senses, even in their subtle manifestations. But because it is here, the senses and their sense activities can be perceived. But the senses are not it. They are connected and they are perceived in their functioning because it, your own self, is here. The self is not personal. Just like the peace you feel, it's not personal. It does not belong to any category. Just notice. Be registered in your own silence. Otherwise, mind is going to keep sending you on various journeys. To try and fulfill some vain projections, which become in themselves distractions from the very goal you intend to find. We have a lot of concepts about what truth is and what the great self is and what enlightenment is. You can just leave all that alone for now. Resting in your own self-awareness. recognizing that all the activities of the mind are not a definition of what you are. That the capacity to witness the activities of the mind is perfectly okay. But don't be purchasing any particular impression or expression. You are before all shapes, before all activity, because you observe them, their play. But this you that I'm referring to is consciousness. Don't give it the label of a mere person. As soon as you pick up the person, you create certain context and environment and situation, and you start to feel formed into some limitation. Stay formless, and your perceiving is much more authentic, unbiased, without fear. All these things you can verify even right now as you're here. Thereafter, the activities that emanate from you or around you or happen through the body will have there's a harmony. Your energy field is very attractive to those who, even without thinking, because they find peace in your presence. No one is going to find peace in your presence if your mind is full of noise. I'm not saying that's what your life should be, trying to attract people to you. It is a natural thing that even animals will be comfortable to be in your company. In the presence of one who is established in their own silence. The restlessness in others find a resting place. In every body, the consciousness is sending out some kind of vibration, some resonance. The activities of the mind, which is ordinarily associated with the sense of personhood, amounts to a kind of restlessness. It is rarely attracted to peace. It is more attracted to activity. Nothing is wrong with activity. There is a cosmic activity, meaning that which is functioning in natural alignment and resonance with the universal consciousness, and there's the activity that is produced from restless mind activity. They have a different vibration. A peaceful person may have a very energetic work outwardly, but but inwardly their being is full of serenity and peace. Don't make mistake that one who is peaceful have quiet work. They can have any work. And therefore, someone living in a city, like we spoke about, can be full of peace and clarity. Can be wise and compassionate. Don't let your environment define you. Abiding in your natural tranquility. You will find that what needs to be done happens, and happens even more efficiently. Because an anxious and restless mind cannot produce harmonious work and outcome. But I'll leave you to your own discovery. The important thing is you are aware of yourself, not as activity, things to do, things used to be, what you want, what you're attached to, but earlier than that, in your place of silence. Let silence shape and live your world. You don't have to say that. Others will notice it. You don't have to say anything at all.